millions of dogs end up in animal shelters, waiting for their forever homes. Some are shy, some are boisterous, but all of them deserve a chance at happiness. Shelter staff have an incredibly tough job, trying to look after all of these dogs whilst also finding suitable adopters for each one. It can be quite challenging, especially when some dogs need extra care and attention before they're ready to be adopted. But thankfully, there are people who go above and beyond to help these dogs, like this adorable golden retriever. Keep watching to see how this dog helped another scared dog in the shelter find his forever home. In today's heartwarming story, we'll see how a dog helped train another scared dog. Once upon a time in a shelter in Texas, there was a dog named Charlie. Charlie had been at the shelter for a long time, and no one knew why. He was a gentle giant, a massive dog with a kind heart. Yet potential adopters kept choosing other dogs over him. Day after day, he watched other dogs get adopted, leaving him all alone in his kennel. As the weeks went by, Charlie began to lose hope that he would ever find a home of his own. He missed the feeling of being petted and loved. All he wanted was a family to call his own. One day, a new dog arrived at the shelter. His name was Tucker, and he was very different from Charlie. Tucker was small and timid, the complete opposite of Charlie. When Tucker first arrived at the shelter, he was extremely scared and wouldn't come out of his kennel. The staff tried everything they could to coax him out, but nothing worked. That is, until Charlie came along. Charlie was known around the shelter for his gentle nature and friendliness. So the staff decided to put Charlie in the same kennel as Tucker, hoping that Charlie's positive energy would rub off on the scared puppy. At first, it seemed like the staff's plan was working. Tucker started coming out of his shell and was more playful than before. But then something amazing happened. One day, the staff noticed that Tucker was trying to copy Charlie. He would sit next to Charlie and watch him closely. He wanted to be just like Charlie. Tucker was fascinated by Charlie and everything he did. He would sit and watch Charlie as he wagged his tail, played with his toys, and interacted with the staff. It was clear that Tucker was learning from Charlie and becoming more confident. With each passing day, the two dogs became best friends. They would play together, eat together, and sleep next to each other. One day, a potential adopter came to the shelter looking for a dog to adopt. When she saw Charlie, she immediately fell in love with him and asked to take him for a walk. As they were walking, the potential adopter couldn't help but notice a small dog following them from a distance. It was Tucker. She turned around and saw that Tucker had gotten out of his kennel and was slowly approaching her. She was surprised, but also touched by the sight. As she looked back at Charlie, she saw that he had stopped walking and was now sitting down, looking back at Tucker. It was as if Charlie was telling her, "Come here, little friend." The potential adopter couldn't believe what she was seeing. She knew in her heart that she had to adopt both dogs. She looked back at Charlie, who was still sitting there patiently waiting for her. She couldn't say no to those pleading eyes. And that's when she made the decision to adopt both Charlie and Tucker. When the news of Charlie and Tucker's adoption broke, the shelter staff were overjoyed. They had seen the bond that the two dogs shared and knew that they would make a wonderful pair. The staff could unwait to see where life would take them and what kind of adventures they would have together. Ouch. On the day of their adoption, the potential adopter took Charlie and Tucker home. When they arrived, she introduced them to their new house and yard. Both dogs were excited to explore their new surroundings. As they played in the yard, the potential adopter couldn't help but smile. She knew that she had made the right decision by adopting both dogs. In the weeks that followed, Charlie and Tucker settled into their new home. They became part of the family and were treated like royalty. Their new owner showered them with love, care, and affection. She took them for walks, played with them, and fed them the best food. One day, the potential adopter was scrolling through her social media feed when she came across a video of a dog that looked just like Charlie. She clicked on the video and couldn't believe what she saw. It was Charlie as a puppy. The video was posted by the shelter, and it was a heartwarming sight to see Charlie as a little guy. She couldn't help but smile as she watched the video. It brought back so many memories of the day she adopted Charlie and Tucker. She had no idea that Charlie had spent so much time at the shelter, watching other dogs get adopted, while he waited patiently for his turn. As she continued to scroll, she came across other videos of Charlie as a puppy. Each video was more heartwarming than the last. She learned that Charlie had been surrendered to the shelter by his previous owner, who could no longer take care of him. The shelter staff had fallen in love with Charlie and had done everything they could to find him a good home. She couldn't imagine her life without Charlie now. He was a loving and loyal companion who brought her so much joy. As she watched the last video, she saw Charlie interacting with the staff at the shelter. He was always friendly and eager to please. The staff loved him and knew that he would make a wonderful addition to any family. She felt so grateful to have adopted Charlie. He was a rescue dog who had overcome so much and was now living the life he deserved. She couldn't wait to show Charlie the video. She knew he would love to see the staff and the shelter where he spent so much time. When she showed Charlie the video, he was overjoyed. He barked excitedly and wagged his tail furiously. It was clear that Charlie had a lot of love and respect for the staff at the shelter. They had taken care of him when he needed it the most, and he would never forget them. After watching the video, Charlie and Tucker cuddled up on the couch next to their new owner.
Cute.
They were grateful for the love and care they had received and couldn't wait to see what the future brought to them.
Cute.
The three of them were a perfect match, and their bond was unbreakable, and they lived happily ever after. The end. If you want to watch another touching video, click on the video on the screen now. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.